I'm not mentally prepared for this, and I don't think there's anything I can tell you to mentally prepare yourself for what you're about to see. Hi, my name is Sephora, like Sephora but with a C, and I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm a hoarder. This is like Alcohol Anonymous, but for hoarding. Is that a thing? It's probably a thing. Anyway, this is the first episode in a series of me downsizing my insane collection of secondhand items that I've literally been hoarding for decades. I'm 25. I own far too much stuff. I want to shop more mindfully and get out of the mindset that just because it's cute and inexpensive doesn't mean I have to buy it. Right? Wrong. Actually wrong. Because I actually own a small business called dirtygirlvtg where I source secondhand items and materials and basically give it a new life by upcycling, sewing, mending. I have my online website, and then I also do markets in person, and then I'm actually gonna do Whatnot for the first time next week. So frequently I make purchase under the guise of, oh, well, I can sell it, right? So it doesn't count. I'm gonna do a tour in this video, so you'll see that that mentality has turned my home into a semi-organized hoarding situation of really cool stuff though. Like people say, it's not hoarding if your stuff's cool, right? Or maybe that's just what my dad says, and he's also a hoarder. You might be thinking, girl, like you have a bunch of cool stuff, you have this business, like I don't see what the problem is. And that's because I have raging anxiety and depression and a little OCD that makes literally anything very difficult to do. So I buy things. I love buying things. I love thrifting. I love the thrill of the hunt. And then I buy them, cool, I have this intention to, you know, rehome them, fix them, upcycle them. But then I'm just like so overwhelmed with stuff and decision paralysis that I don't get around to anything. And I also have ADHD. So I have lots of fun ideas and I get like really excited about it for a second, work on it, and then bam, never again. This is the start of a new era of not letting excuses and personal belongings take over my life. It's also important to note that I accumulated a lot of stuff with the intention of opening up a store where we moved, but I had the tragic mistake of falling in love with a military man. So opening a store right now is just not in my cards. Maybe in the future, probably not near future. I don't know, we'll see. It'll happen one day, mark my words. So as you saw from the title, this is the introduction to my series. I'm going to do a tour. I know you want a tour, like everyone wants a tour. I love seeing what people have, how they organize things, what they have. I am fully outing myself as a hoarder today, officially, for the first time on the internet. Maybe, probably not. I think everybody already knows. And then I'll also talk a little bit more about me because I haven't posted videos. I mean, I've never really been a YouTuber, but I've always been like, oh yeah, I'm going to film videos, never edit it. We're editing this one. This one will be posted. Since I know the tour is the most exciting part, we're gonna start with that first. You're welcome. Right now I'm just debating if I should clean really quick or just let you guys get like a raw view of like my life. I'm not mentally prepared for this, and I don't think there's anything I can tell you to mentally prepare yourself for what you're about to see. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't try this at home. Come on, let's go. Well, let's start it off with magic happens. That was really disgusting. This is my bedroom where I was filming right here. When we first moved here, the walls were this kind of tan and grayish color that's throughout the entire house, and I absolutely hate it. I need like white walls so it feels fresh and refreshing and less cluttered because I have a lot of like mismatched decor. I like lots of colors. I like a lot going on, so I feel like having a white base kind of tones down how like maximalist my walls are. Since this isn't like a formal house tour, I'm going to focus more on clothes and accessories. So we're going to move on over here to these double closets. Oh my gosh, don't look. All right, well, as you can see, this is all of my stuff. And by all my stuff, I don't mean this is all I own. I mean my husband and my daughter don't have anything in here. This is all my stuff. So on this side, I have my overalls, and the corner is stuff that either doesn't really fit right now, is out of season, I need to hang it up, etc. Obviously, I don't have enough hangers. Or I guess I do have enough hangers. I have too much clothes. And then moving on, we have long sleeves. I keep all of my long sleeves and jackets in this closet. And color coordinated, of course. So on this side, it's more of like shorter sleeve long sleeves, casual long sleeves, and we have cardigans, and we have more like dress uppy styles. Don't even ask me what's down there. I have no idea. Or up there. More stuff I probably don't need. And then continuing right, more long sleeves, but these are jackets. These These are more lighter jackets, and they go into like leather jackets, jean jackets, more kind of formal jackets that I don't even really wear. And yeah, that continues all the way over. How many black leather jackets does one girl need? Don't even ask, that's rude. They're all very different and unique in their own ways, and it's actually really funny because I actually went through, tried on all my leather jackets last season, and these are the ones I decided to keep. If I'm being real, I've probably bought more since then, so definitely have to do another closet clean out very soon. And then down here in this bag are bags I decided I can get rid of. And by get rid of, I mean like take off of the wall that I have or hanging up in various places and put in a bag and not look at it for very many months and then get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I have and then end up donating it. But your girl needs money, so I see a lot of the stuff I buy as an investment because I'm like, okay, I'm spending maybe $1 to $10 on this item, but I know I can at least get that back. So when I spend money, it's never like I'm actually spending money that I'll never see again. Like how people do on food or brand new items all the time. Like I don't really spend money unless it's grocery shopping and thrifting and bills, obviously. And that's why I can afford to have so much stuff. And then up here, I have some pants, some sweaters, a bin of, once again, who knows what, random miscellaneous stuff. And that reminds me, before I forget, I want to mention I'm going to have my first Whatnot show next week. I've never done it before. I've been wanting to for over a year, but I got nervous, then I forgot about it, and then I got distracted. Anyway, I scheduled a show, so it's like definitely happening. I'm going to do kind of like a test run on Wednesday. I'm just kind of using that as like practice. I don't know what starts I'm going to have. I think I'm just going to do like random polls, people tell me what they want, and then we kind of start from there. I don't know. And then I have another one on Friday night, which will be items from my closet clean out. So we're gonna move on to the other room, which I will show you the rack of clothes that I decided yesterday that I'm getting rid of because every couple months I go through a phase of like, I need to get rid of everything I own. Well, obviously, because you have so much freaking stuff, you're so overwhelmed by it. Of course you want to get rid of everything you own. But then at the same time, I'm a hoarder and I like literally can't get rid of anything. But if I sell it and I'm like technically making a profit or breaking even, then I'm like, it's fine. Right? Oh yeah, if you didn't know, there's a code for Whatnot. So if you're a first time buyer, you can use my code and you can get $15 for free. So you can basically get free stuff next week. Okay, enough to see here. Let's move on to like my actual closet room. Oh, dang it. I'll show you real quick what's in my dressers and then we'll go to my closet room. I'm not being dramatic. It's a whole room that I dedicated as my personal closet. It's not a problem, it's okay. I'm not gonna open my drawers for y'all on the internet, at least this one, because I have socks, undies, bras, and pajamas in the bottom drawer. So use your imagination for what it looks like inside. It's not very organized. What are my hand movements? These might be a little more exciting. I'm gonna preface that I haven't opened these in a long time because they're mostly pants. I have looked at my bathing suits, but it's like, so just a warning, I don't know how organized it is. I don't know what's gonna jump out, just be prepared. Pants. More pants. More pants. Honestly, not bad. This dresser is broken. Bathing suits. More bathing suits. This is like a junk drawer. And then I may or may not have a giant rolling bin under this bed with pants. Since I'm being completely honest and vulnerable, I feel like I have to show you. This isn't even the one I was talking about. Pretty sure these are all sweaters. No, they're pants. Oh wow, didn't even know I had these. Look at that. Oh, I'm sweating. In my defense, I think I'm pretty positive those are the pants that don't fit me right now because I gained a lot of depression weight and then postpartum and stuff. So I have like a lot of really cute clothes that I love that I'm like, I'm not getting rid of these because I'm delusional that like 3 years postpartum I'll get like my pre-baby body back. Not that it really matters. I love my body. I'm so proud of it. But at the same time, it would be nice to be healthy, active, and back to how I was before. All right, let's see what's in box number 2. That's kind of hideous. Not bad. A couple sweaters. Ugh. There you are. You're hiding from me. Ta-da, more pants that I don't know if they fit or not. These are overalls. This is probably like one of my favorite pairs of pants ever. I don't even know if they fit right now, but way too hot to even think about pants on my body. I do see another box under there, and for matters of transparency, we have to get it out. So sorry, I fully lied to you. You don't get to see what's in the box. Honestly, zero shame. It is hot. I'm counting this as my workout for today. I don't care. Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go to my closet room. My entire room dedicated to being my closet because these two weren't enough. Come on, let's go. So awkward. Oh my gosh, you were so quick. You beat me. How did you know where to go? Well, welcome to one of my favorite rooms of the house. If I'm being honest, my bedroom's probably my favorite because I love how it's decorated. But I spend much more time in here. It's a yay-sized room. It's like a standard American, like, kids' bedroom size. This rack isn't normally in here. Yesterday, I was just like going through this purge and I was like, everything has to go. Everything. Put it on the rack. It's leaving. I challenged myself to fill up this rack so I could sell these clothes on Whatnot next week. Or maybe this week, depending on when this video is up. So yesterday morning, all of these clothes were hanging in my closet. And no, I can like barely look. Well, honestly, it's a lot better now. Okay, so how do we start in here? Stand right here has accessories, shorts that are all kind of just thrown in here. That's okay. This beautiful bra that doesn't fit me anymore, but like it's art. A lot of things to me is just art, and that's why I own it because it's just so cute. Whether or not I wear it or it's my style, and that's also why I got rid of so many clothes because I'm like, yeah, it's cute, I like it, but just because it's cute and you like it doesn't mean you have to own it. Right? So on this rack is my t-shirts, short sleeve tops, and all of my mini dresses. These are my two favorite articles of clothing in my closet, this skirt and then this Moda International top that I do have in a couple other colors. If you want me to make a video showing like specific things in my wardrobe or collections of things or like, you know, more specific instead of like an overview of everything I own, let me know in the comments and give me some ideas and I will get on it one day, maybe. Change the angle. This is the rack we were just talking about. Behind me are shoes. This is one of two shoe racks, and then plus I have shoes all along the top. These are all of my skirts, mini skirts up top, longer skirts and midi skirts down here. More, I just ran out of hangers and space. Like you can't look through here. And if I'm being honest, half of these things probably don't fit me. I need to go through, try everything on, and store away the stuff that doesn't fit so I'm not like overwhelmed with all of these things that I can't even freaking wear. And that's why it's hard to get ready in the morning because I'm like, okay, cool, like so fun, I get to come in here and it's like a whole little experience and I have all these options. But if I'm being realistic, my options are not this many because I don't fit in most of them. So then I'm just like, damn, I get super discouraged, like trying on thing after thing, like why isn't this fitting right? So that's a video I have to make soon, trying on everything in my closet. I did my dresses I think last year. Was that a year ago now? I don't know. And this is still what we're left with. But I've also got a lot more and gotten rid of some since then. So whatever, I'm gonna stop talking. I think the caffeine hit. I apologize for the poor lighting over here. Obviously my window is my light. But these are like tank tops. These are all vests, tube tops, and like little cardigan kind of like shrug things. Like I said, organized hoarding. Like I need everything color organized and then I get overwhelmed because I have different variations of things that should be color organized. Like for example, when I have collections of a style top, I want to keep them together, but I'm like, oof, that doesn't work with the color organization. Still bad lighting. Over here, I actually just thrifted this. I wanted to put a lot of my little jewelry and trinket things on here. Haven't gotten a chance to. And this is the rack I was talking about. This isn't usually here. Let's see if I can move it. Oh. Yeah, I work out. Here's the cute little corner with the rest of my shoes, mirror, some cute pictures, my lamp. Yeah, I have these just hanging right here because when I was going through my closet yesterday, I was like, okay, my lingerie stuff that I kind of want to wear casually, how do I organize that? When they're put away on these racks with the rest of my clothes, I feel like I forget about them and like they're so cute. Like how can I forget about stuff like this? Not that I can really wear it that often. But if there's a will, there's a way. So to be determined on like kind of casual lingerie stuff. I do have some stuff still hung up that I do wear. That's lingerie. That's also casual. But like these are just a little different. This is what I was talking about, like the little micro categories within categories. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And if you think that's everything, it's certainly not. Surprise! I have a closet back here. What's nice is that this is on wheels. So when there's an intruder and I don't want them to enter, I run to this room, I push my closet in front of the door, and I hide in this closet. What's in this closet, you may be wondering? Boo! Did that scare you? What isn't in this freaking closet? This huge pile of clothes right here are clothes that I've kind of bought over the last couple months and haven't tried on or figured out if I want them yet. I've been visiting family and traveling a lot, so I've been accumulating a lot of stuff and just haven't had the time to look through and try things on. And it's also like 1,000,000 degrees where I live. Like, I think it's 110 today. And just a couple weeks ago, we learned we have a swamp cooler that makes the house a little more bearable, but it's still like too hot. Like, I don't want clothes on my body off and on all day long. So that's a problem for another time. And then moving on, we have long dresses and normal dresses. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to access these items that often. That's why I kind of hide them in that closet. Once fall rolls around, I'll wear my long dresses a little bit more, but right now, being very minimal with the amount of clothing on my body. Nothing to see here. Oh. There's one last room in the house that I want to show you that has an excess of my stuff, which is my sewing craft business room. So this room is all my personal stuff. The next room is going to be still personal stuff, but also like, let's just call it my craft room. And then after this room, like, we're not done. We still have the garage, which is scary. It's very scary. Are you ready? Beware, enter at your own risk. I'm just kidding. You should have saw it before I spent the last 2 hours cleaning. This table opens up. I got it from IKEA. It is my favorite thing ever. Especially because all of the storage, there's drawers on this side and on that side. So I guess we'll start on this side. This is also from IKEA. I've had this for over 5 years now. It has moved with me to 3 different places. And in here you will find sewing notions, packaging supplies, extra sewing machine, unfinished projects, finished products, items listed on my website that need to be shipped out. I also have some more in the corner over there, as well as like market stuff that I bring to markets. And then back here in this organized hoarding situation, we have like 20 totes of fabric, craft supplies. Literally all of this fabric and supplies has been acquired secondhand by thrifting, going to estate sales, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, literally anything you can think of, anything you can name, I probably got something from there. My goal is to create a completely sustainable clothing brand. Like, this has been my goal since 2020. I want to draft patterns, have them scaled in different sizes, and then use secondhand fabrics and notions to create all of the items. I'm super passionate about vintage, sustainable fashion, circular fashion, but I also know people like new items. So if there's a way to do that with existing things, you might as well. Like, so many of these things were literally headed to the landfill. Like, if I didn't buy it, it would be thrown away. I was just doing them a favor. This is really sounding like a hoarding episode. I mean, it literally is. Hoarders, buried alive. I feel like I'm being dramatic. Like, yeah, I have a lot of stuff, but like, you haven't even seen my garage yet, so you're not allowed to make an opinion. So I have good intentions with all of these items. Will I ever follow through? Who knows? And then behind here, this mess, literally, like, there's just crap thrown back here, are all clothes I have to mend and upcycle. There's so many times I go to the thrift store or go to the bins and I find something, I'm like, that's so cute, but it has a hole or a stain or a rip or like the elastic shot, and I'm like, that's okay, I'll do that. Like, I have all the supplies to do that. Well, girl, when you have 1,000,000 things you want to freaking do and decision paralysis, you end up not doing any of it because you're so overwhelmed by all of the things you own. My dad used to tell me this quote, like, things own you, you don't own things. Like, the weight of owning items, like, literally sits heavy on you. I don't know if you believe in like energy attached to items, but I frequently think about all the previous lives that these items had, like who owned them, where they were, and now they're just all sitting in my house. Should we do a little like sage ritual? Like, I don't know. But sometimes I do feel a little bad vibes, and I think it's just from owning so much stuff. So I think the only solution is to get a whole factory of workers to work around the clock sewing and fixing things for me. Fairly paid, of course. So if this is something you'd be interested in, honestly, I could just ship boxes of clothes that need to be fixed to people and they could fix them if they wanted to. Let's just add that to the 10,000 business ideas I have. I also have some unlisted stock for my website, which is vintage baby clothes. If you don't know, I didn't mention this earlier when I mentioned my website, but Dirty Girl Vintage has a whole vintage baby clothes collection, because if you didn't know, vintage baby clothes are selling for so much right now, and I've been hoarding vintage baby clothes since probably 10 years, and my daughter has outgrown a lot of it, and when I saw that people are trying to sell these for so much, I wanted to have a source where people can go to buy clothes for their babies that are cute and vintage, that are a little bit more affordable. Like, I know they're pricey, but unfortunately when I was drafting a business model, the only way to be successful with it is to have the price point I have, or else like I'm literally not making money, unfortunately. Come to find out, doing a lot of things sustainably does not allow you to make much profit and for it to actually be worth it. That's okay, because I enjoy doing what I do, which is hoarding stuff. All right, enough of this room. Shall we go to the garage? Okay, I think it's time. I think it's finally time that I show you. Let's go. Welcome to my store. I mean, garage. Even though I spent 5 hours cleaning and organizing the garage a couple days ago, I still spent an hour continuing that because I just have this motivation to just honestly pass out. It's so hot, like literally dripping. Did I pick this angle on purpose because it doesn't look that bad, even though you're probably thinking, what the heck? Why is that piled all the way to the freaking ceiling? I'm not ready to show this, but you know what? It's fine. So all the racks behind me are not my clothes. This is all of my vintage stock that I have been bringing to markets. I took a break from in-person markets for the summer because it's so freaking hot. This isn't super organized. I kind of just threw everything on the racks a couple days ago. So I'll organize it a little bit better for my first whatnot show. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 racks right now in here of clothes, and probably like 30 or 40 bins of clothing. Okay, here is the realistic overview. Like I said, guys, I wasn't joking. I'm a freaking hoarder. It's okay, girl boss, we'll sell it all, right? These bins over here are all clothing and fabric to upcycle, in addition to all the stuff I showed you in my craft room, as well as this pile of clothing and fabric that I bought over the last couple months. This rack has all the stuff that I bring to my market, so like my setup stuff, my style bundles, etc. There's also some accessories in that bin down there. And then this pile goes all the way down. Those are all shoes and accessories. I rotate them out what I bring to my market. I also have a couple listed, I think, on Depop. I don't know. These bins have swimsuits organized and some packaging material. I use all repurposed packing material or recyclable. At least I try to. So I literally keep everything, like literally everything. More fabric. This is new inventory that I have to sort and organize. So are, honestly, I think all of these bins up here. And then as for all the bins, like those are literally all bins along that wall. They're all organized. So like that's tops, those are pants, those are sweaters, dresses, etc. These bags are things I need to bring into the house. So my baby clothes stock that I brought to markets that I need to list on my website. And then that's all laundry that I have to wash. Some of those are probably my clothes. And then hidden behind here, these are all clothes that I use for my mystery style bundles. So if you didn't think I was a hoarder before, you probably know so now. My goal for myself is to get rid of 80% of my inventory by the time I move in 1 year. Very unrealistic. We'll see how whatnot goes, because at this point it's like, even if I sell these items for a couple of dollars each, I have enough inventory that I'm probably gonna end up evening out and either like not losing money or just downsizing, because although everything I have I think is really good and cute, I don't have the time to be going to all these markets and circulating out my inventory enough to get through everything. So that being said, online stuff, maybe wholesale orders. I also have style bundles on my website. So if you want to help a little small business gal try to downsize her very beautiful collection of vintage clothing, found the right girl. I guess we'll just continue this series. Don't really have an idea of like step-by-step direction. I just know I need to get rid of stuff soon, quickly. So if anything is catching your eye in these racks, tune in next week for my first whatnot show. Well, we're back to where we started. That was quite the journey, and from how much sweat I have on my body right now, that was a workout. Unrelated and not sponsored, but we got a soda stream for Christmas, and whenever I'm feeling soda, because I'm trying not to have soda, at least not in the house, and try not to drink it when I go out, it's just so bad for you. When I'm in the mood for something bubbly, Alani has their cherry slush packets that it's literally powder. So I fill this all the way up, I carbonate it, and then I add the packet. And plus it helps me stay hydrated because obviously, like, I don't know how to chill. I don't think I mentioned this, but I am a mother, mamacita. So that's kind of why my situation has gotten out of control, because I stay at home with my toddler all day most of the time. So I just don't really have time to do the things I want and need to do. But we have some more time now, so I'm gonna be intentional with carving out those days to make sure I'm being productive in the ways I need to be to accomplish our main goal, which is downsize, declutter, and get rid of 80% of my vintage inventory in 1 year. I know I've mentioned this like 5 times in this video, but I'm doing my first whatnot show, and I really am hoping that goes well, because I think that's the only feasible way to get through all of the stuff I have. I mean, like, think of all of the bins of freaking stuff I have. Like, I would have to go live probably multiple times a week to even get rid of like 1/10 of what I have. And that's not even counting like my personal stuff. Like, I'm doing a closet clean out for a whatnot sale when really I should just be getting rid of my own inventory. But at the same time, like, I need to make room in my closet and downsize so I know what I have and I can be more intentional with what I own. Now that my frontal lobe is developed, I'm 25, no big deal. I'm really starting to finally define who I am and what I like, so it's a lot easier to get rid of clothes because I have this vibe and vision in my head of like how I want to be and how I want to dress. So in theory, just get rid of everything that doesn't match that vibe. Well, thank you so much for watching. I can just assume that this video is so long, especially considering how much I've been talking today. I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of a big shock, like viewing everything I have like at the same time, going like room by room and just letting it all soak in and like grasp how much stuff I own. Like, I know it's a problem. I know I don't need to own all these things. I know I have these excuses in my head that's keeping me from letting go of them. But like, I'm not just gonna donate these items. Like, these are items that I have acquired and accumulated over a decade plus. I've invested so much time and money into finding and sourcing and washing and mending and storing. And this is my job. Like, this is what I want to do to make money. Obviously, if I had a store, I think all of my problems would be solved because all my inventory, bam, in a store. But stores are expensive and a lot of time, and I just don't really have that capability in my life right now, so I kind of have to do it the hard way. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do we still say that? I haven't really made YouTube videos in a while, but I am way more active on TikTok at Sakura, and then I have my vintage and personal Instagram accounts and TikTok account. So I will put those all right there if you want to follow along. But yeah, hopefully this is the first video of many of the Hoarder Chronicles where I get rid of everything I own. Just kidding. Imagine me turning into a minimalist. That sounds kind of great. Okay, thank you for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah.